So now we're looking at lesson 3 in fractions, and more specifically we're going to do percentages. So here we have an example. You obtain the following marks. For Maths 194, out of 300 you had 144, ELDU, ICI 165 out of 250, Eco, ICO, you had 232 out of 400. In which subject did you perform the best? Now here, in this problem here, to compare marks, we have to look at all the marks need to be out of the same total. So we will find the percentages. Percentages basically is everything is out of 100. Express each mark as a percentage out of 100. So in Maths 194, your mark is 144 out of 300. So we have to make that mark out of 100. Now there's various ways of doing it. So 144 divided by 300, 144 and 300 has 12 as common. So you multiply 12 by 12 gives you 144. If you multiply 300, you get 25 by 12. So we can cancel the 12. So we have 12 over 25, which is, now you can easily multiply by 4 over 4 to bring your denominator out of 100. So you get 48 out of 100, or 48%. Or in decimal, 0.48. Decimal, the total will be 1. So you had 48% for Math 194. So ELDV mark 165 over 250. Again, we will try and make it out of 100. There's various ways again. So one way is that 165 and 250 has 5 as common. So we both multiply 33 by 5 to give you 165, and 5 times 50 is 250. So we can cancel again now the 5s. And now you have it out of 50. To make it out of 100, we multiply by 66. Multiply by 2 over 2 to give you 66 over 100. So the ELDV mark is 66%, or in decimal, 0.66. Your Eco mark is 232 out of 400. Again, we will try and write it out of 100. And here the 400 we wrote it as 8 times 50. And the 232 is 8 times 29. So it's 29 over 50. And now to make it out of 100, we multiply by 2 over 2. So you get 58 out of 100. So your Eco mark is 58%, or 0.58. So here we have 58%, 66%, and 48%. So you can see quite clearly the 66% is the highest, and that is the ELDV mark. So therefore the best performance was in ELDV. The percentage sign next to a number means the number is divided by 100. So if you have 50%, that is same as 50 over 100. So here we complete the table. 12 out of 15 as a decimal is 0.8, as a percentage is 80%, 1/5 as a decimal is 0.2. Now to work out percentages, you could find 1/5 times 100%, and that goes there 1 time, that goes there 20 times 20%. .45, you'll see that is 9/20, 45%. %30 is 0.3 or 3/100. 22 out of 40, that's 0.55 or 55%. 33 as a decimal is 0.33, 1/3, and so on. So you can complete this part. You should have noticed how easy it is to convert from decimals to percentages. Simply multiply the decimal by 100%. Use this fact to complete the table below. So you have to multiply by 100. To multiply by 100, you move your decimal 2 places that way. So that's 31.67, and this one 2 places, 1256.01. This fraction part you can complete yourself. Reduce 150 by 12%. That's our next example. We need to subtract something from 150. So we will make 150 less. And the amount we're making it less, that is x. So we must calculate 150 minus x. What is x? So we say reduce it by 12%. 12% of 150 is 12/100 times 150. 12/100. Now here again you can do it various methods. So the zeros cancel. Here we have 2, there goes the 5 times, 2 goes there 6 times, 5 goes there 1 times, 5 goes there 3 times. So we have 18. So we must have 150 minus 18, which is 132. So we have reduced 150 by 12%. Well, the answer is 132. So here we have more examples. So let's look at example 1. A tennis racket costs 350 rands excluding VAT. How much will the tennis racket cost if VAT is 15% has to be added? What will the customer pay if the store owner decides to give a discount of 20% on the racket excluding VAT? So the first part we have to work out the VAT of 15%. So the cost of the racket is 350 rands plus Y, where Y is 15% of 350. And here again various ways of doing it. 15/100 times 350. So you cancel the zeros there. 5 goes there 2 times, 5 goes there 3 times. So it's 35 times 3/2, which is 105 over 2, which is 52.5. So the cost of the racket now with VAT is 350 plus 52.5 rands, which is 402 rands 50 cents. So now the second part was, what will the customer pay if the store owner decides to give a discount of 20% on the racket? So obviously now the racket is going to cost less. So the cost of the racket is 300 minus X, where X is 20% of 350. So 20% of 350, 20 goes there 5 times, 20 goes there 1 times, 5 goes here 1 times, 5 goes there 70 times. So that's equal to 70 rands. So the cost of the racket now is 350 rand minus your discount. Your discount is 70 rands. So the cost of the racket is 280 rand. We look at number 4. A jacket was sold for 55 rands. If the selling price was 10% more than the cost price, then determine the cost price of the jacket. So jacket was sold for 55 rand. If the selling price was 10% more than the cost price, then determine the cost price of the jacket. So the selling price is 55 rands. Let the cost price be X. So the selling price was 10% of X plus X. So that's your cost price and that's your profit. So 55 rand was your selling price, and X plus 10% of X, which is 10 over 100. So X plus X over 10, and that is 11X over 10. So 55 equals 11X over 10. So X equals 55 times 10 divided by 11. 1 times, 5 times. So the selling price, the cost price was 50 rands, and to that you added 10% of 50 rands, which was 5 rand. So the selling price was 55 rand. So our answer is correct. So the cost price is 50 rands. So this concludes the section on fractions. Please look at all the TUTS tutorials dealing with up to and including fractions now. Thank you.